The light for me is weird today. This isn't, look, this looks like some sort of weird filter I've put on, but it's actually just that dark in that corner. Got like a lamp on here because outside is just, it looks like nighttime.
Oh, good old Wales.
Yeah, super rainy.
Not too bad here.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
This week's going quite fast.
Yeah, it's already Thursday.
I know, what?
What? It's already September, basically.
I don't understand. It's like winter again.
It's been simultaneously the longest and quickest year.
Yeah, it's really weird. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. All right, I'm super sleepy today because I got up at 5:30 and went for a run.
Oh, well done, but also...
Yeah. Well, I used to always get up at about 5:30, 6-ish. And then in the last few months, I'm going to blame Adam, but I just have not been getting up till like 10 or whatever. And I used to never, you know, like when you first wake up in the morning, I used to have to just get up then.
Yeah.
But I've been going back to bed and I never used to be able to do that. So I'm trying to unlearn that habit.
No, I can never ever get up first. So I have like 4 alarms. And I usually
I remember coming to get you to come to school. I'd be knocking on your door and your dog would be going mental and you'd just be like, ugh.
Never gonna change. Although when I was at work before obviously coronavirus, I was getting up at like 5 to do a workout before Mark got up. So then
you can do it.
I can do it, but then I was going to bed at like 7:30, 8. But it's nicer to not go to bed that early.
I'm such a granny. I go to bed so early if I can.
It's nice.
Sometimes I go to bed at like 7:30 and I'm like, is it too early to go to bed? And Adam's always like, maybe. And I'm like, I'm kind of done with today. So so you haven't run away in your caravan yet?
No, we've sold it. Someone's coming to pick it up next week.
What?
Mark wants to get a motorhome. So we're getting a motorhome.
I just had to think, what was the difference then? So you tow your caravan, don't you?
Yeah, because he's getting quite sick of towing it because it must be hard work. I don't know, because I wouldn't be trusted. I wouldn't want to. I would crash into everything. But we want to like be able to go away and do like move on more, so we can like go tour Scotland or whatever and not have to like.
So it's happening. You should definitely run away and just live out your van.
We do want to do that at some point, for even if it's just for like 6 months to try it out.
And then come back and open your cafe.
Yeah.
I've planned your life for you. Just do it already.
So there's a house for sale on Tobermory, and I was like, we could just move there. While we're away, we can rent our house out, and there's no like tea room cafe in Tobermory.
What? How is there not?
I know.
Maybe the
like
Moray tourist circuit isn't as big as we think it is.
Wow, it was so nice. But I was like, that would be the perfect place because they've got nothing like that there. It's just like they've got a few pubs and a restaurant.
You can make friends with Mrs. Dooley.
I know, Archie.
Get her hair tips.
I did when I was on Monday when I got back to work. We have like a video meeting every morning. And they asked me what I'd done, and obviously like 2 of them follow me on Instagram, so they would have known. I was like, yeah, went to Tobermory. And Jackie was like, why did you go there? I was like, because of Balamory. And Justine, who's obviously a mum, was like trying to explain it, and she was like, oh, I thought you'd be a bit old for that. Did you used to like watch it with Mark's kids? I was like, no. And my friend Laura just used to watch it. I don't know why.
It was on. It was more interesting than school at the time.
Yeah, exactly. I finally fulfilled my dream of going there and seeing it. It didn't
On a
disappoint.
Harry Potter train.
I know.
Adam's so jealous, and now I have to go there. I mean, I don't mind because I like Harry Potter anyway, but
It is cool. I did want to dress up, but I couldn't organise it in time. But I'm quite glad I didn't because obviously no one else.
was no one else dressed up?
No. Like, who are you? Why are you here?
Like, do non-Harry Potter people go on it?
Yeah, because obviously steam trains are pretty cool anyway. Even if even if you don't really like trains or whatever, it's like beautiful scenery. Like you see so much gorgeous. And you get to like a little fishing town that you have about an hour and a half in, which is quite nice. We had some lunch. But yeah, even if you're not Harry Potter or a train lover, I would recommend it. It was really cool.
Yeah, we have to go because Adam likes Harry Potter and steam trains and trains generally, so
it's perfect. It's quite expensive for what it was.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to wait until we are mega rich because he also wants to get, is it the Caledonian Sleeper, where you go from London to wherever?
We were parked, when we got on the train that was parked next to us.
Was
Mark Googled it and was telling us about it. Like, no.
He's wanted to go on that forever, so we have to go on that one. Maybe we can go on that one up.
Yeah.
Then on the Harry Potter one, and then back down on the sleeper.
Yeah, be a good trip.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I like steam trains, but normal trains are no, not for me.
It must be different in different countries because, so for example, in Sweden, their trains are really nice. Like the seats are comfortable, the aisles are wide. But I can't imagine ever getting excited for like an East Midlands train.
God, no, it's gross. Mark like makes me watch like train journeys abroad a lot because he likes
like the ones on YouTube that just people have uploaded just the actual
the actual like train programs like with Michael Portillo or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Doing one. Although we did watch this program the other week. It was like scenic railway journeys. And this one was like in New Zealand, which was pretty cool, but it was an official program that had just filmed the journey from the train. And it went on for like 2 hours. I think we watched it for about half an hour because we were like, oh, I'm weirdly into this. It's quite relaxing.
This is what I was talking about. Adam found a load. I think there's a load on UK TV Play where it's just like
it was like on BBC 4 or something.
Yeah, it's just real-time train journey.
Yeah. But that's cooler than being on an actual train because you get to see like the whole scenery. When you're on a train, you don't
have someone next to you eating cheese and onion crisps.
Yeah, or talking really loudly on their phone pretending.
Or if you're in England, like drinking Stella.
Yeah, shouting like football.
I'm going on a train for the first time in, I think this year. Not next week, in 2 weeks. I'm going to London.
Oh, is that in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm so excited to leave Wales.
What are you going to do then?
I've been in this town since January. Quite ready for
quite a long
explore.
Time. What are your plans?
I have got a studio. Well, it's a apart hotel. Just sort of in Bermondsey area, which I've never really been south of the river much apart from South Bank. But yeah, it was like a bargain. It's opening, I think it opens the week I go there.
Ooh.
So I got the room for like £29 a night and normally it's 120 something a night.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to go there and pretend to be fancy. Cool. I'm going to try and go to some museums, but you have to book ahead now, don't you? So I will see what the bookings are like when I get there.
Got to actually plan.
Yeah, I'm not really a itinerary person.
No, it's nice just to...
Normally I would have just woken up on the day and been like, oh, I fancy going to this one. Like, what if I book in and then I'm like, I don't really feel like it.
Yeah.
What have I been up to? I did make notes because I always forget. Obviously business stuff. Yeah. Not much more has happened there that I can actually talk about, so just assume working in business. Oh, I graduated.
Oh yeah.
And it came. It's official. I am a master.
Wow. Master Laura.
Thank you. It's so weird because I was going back through my phone. I attempted to sort out my photos, but I didn't get very far. I just got distracted by my photos. I was going back through my photos, and I can't remember when I decided to do a master's, and then I found like an old archive of my Instagram stories, and it was like, how do you write a proposal in a week? And then I realized that I applied like 2 weeks before I was meant to start. Why did I do this? Like, I didn't even plan to do a master's until that week. I was like, yeah, let's do a master's then.
Nice. At least you don't have time to like think about it.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like, then I can't doubt myself because I'm just like, well, I've got to do it now.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, now I have a master's.
So clever. Well done.
Thanks. And yeah, I'm not really going to do anything with that. I'm going to find my undergrad certificate and put it with that, and I can just gather dust together.
Might need them one day, you never know.
Who knows? I mean, they're literally worth nothing. It like if like the only reason I have done them is because it's stuff I'm interested in. I really don't think that they stand for anything in terms of work.
Well, they're better. Well, they don't hurt, so it sounds fancy.
True. Sounds fancy.
At least it shows that you have done something, and
I can open a Word document and put words in it and print that document off.
I dropped out of uni, so I don't have that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I don't think it really makes a difference.
No.
It's like, you're no less capable of working than I am. In fact, some might say more capable.
Yeah, but I just settle into stuff that is not really.
I try to settle. I really do, but
yeah, it's quite good though. I'm just lazy, so I'm just roll with it. But at least you won't do something that you don't really like. That's good.
Well, yeah. And then when I get bored of whatever that is after a month, then I go do something else. Anyway, so yeah. And then I've also rejoined the gym.
Have you been?
No, because my membership doesn't start until the 1st of September.
Oh, okay.
It's slightly different in Wales. They've only just reopened.
Yeah.
And I think the gym that I've joined, I think what they did is they let their existing members in for like 2 weeks just to get them used to it. And then new members can start from the 1st of September.
Cool. What are you going to do there? Are you going to do classes or just do like...
Well, they've got... They were doing outdoor classes. I think they're moving them indoors now. They don't have a whole lot on their timetable at the moment, but I don't know whether that's just because of coronavirus or whether they don't normally have many.
Yeah.
So I think because I've been running, I might just go and do the weights and stuff.
Yeah.
And then sort of gauge what their classes are like. I was going to do swimming, but I read their COVID guidance and you have to get changed at the side of the pool. And I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Because they also said no nudity. Like how can
it'd be all right. It'd be all right going there because I usually put my swimming costume on under my clothes when I go swimming, so I can just, so that'd be all right. But then you can't really get out and then just put your clothes on.
Exactly. Like I can't quite get my head around how that's going to work without. I don't know. I might just when I go to the gym, like have a little look and not.
Really hard to change under a towel.
It's really hard. Like I hate getting out of the pool anyway because putting clothes onto wet legs, it always sticks. It's a nightmare. But yeah, I'll see. I'll have a look and see what other people are doing, and if it doesn't look too hard,
you'll be there peering in like.
just really fast.
How are you getting changed?
But yeah, so yeah, weights and maybe swimming, and then we'll see what classes they have. If they have any. If not, I'm back to running because I've got new running shoes now.
They're nice.
And you'd never believe, but my ankle feels much better now that I've got new shoes. It's almost as if using 9-year-old shoes wasn't good for the ankle. Because I've missed being in like a fitness routine. Like, was it weird when you went on holiday because you didn't do any?
Yeah, and because I was like, we would still, yeah, we hardly did anything. We went on like a walk one day, and I just felt gross and awful.
It's
and,
weird
like,
how quick it happens, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
And it's really stupid because I'll be sat there like, oh, I feel horrible, like I feel tired and just, ugh. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? And then you think, well, when was the last time you did something?
Yeah, because like the less you do, the less you want to do. It's really weird. So yeah, I was actually, because usually my problem is when I go on holiday, because I eat and drink so much that I'm like, I then carry it on. But I actually felt like so disgusting, and just fat and just tired, and that I actually got straight back on it. It wasn't even a problem because I hadn't done anything. So that was really weird, but good.
Oh God, we're growing. We're healthy.
What?
What is this healthy attitude?
No. Oh
yeah, I'm also doing the ration challenge.
I saw that. What is it?
So I've got my box here. They send you out a box of what a refugee would get in a refugee camp, and you live off that for a week and raise money with it. But I'm gonna do like videos about it. I might put it also on this channel actually, and it's just easier to share. But yeah, there's the box came yesterday. There's like nothing in it.
Wow.
I think like the worst thing is for me will be the lack of caffeine, and
you're not even allowed coffee.
Well, no, because you're in a refugee camp.
Suppose.
Where are you getting coffee from?
I didn't know whether that would be in the rations.
And I think lack of like there's no fresh fruit or vegetables or that. We'll see.
Is it for?
Just for a week, 7 days. So the official week is the week that I'm in London, and I was like, no.
No, not so much.
No. So I'm doing it next week. So from next Monday.
Cool.
For some days.
Cool, but cool.
And then what is cool is after a week of living on rations, I can then go to London and get a vegan pizza from the takeaway.
It'll be like even better.
It'll taste so good.
Yeah.
I was already excited for it because I can't really get takeaway around here. So
it'll be even sweeter.
I cry.
Yeah. Oh, this is so good.
And then just down a pint of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, and our dog died. It was really horrible.
Why did he die?
They think he had, well, he was old, but also they think he had some sort of brain event in the night, so like a stroke or something like that. And then in the morning he was not well.
That's awful.
He's in the garden now.
Aww.
With his other dog friend.
Oh.
So now it's just the cat on his own. Yeah. And the cat has become so like, he just spends all day laying with us now.
Aww.
He used to just go out and be like, yeah. Now he's like, no, love me.
Aww. That's cute, but sad that he obviously knows.
Yeah. But this morning I said to Adam that I want a cat. I know, what's happened? But I said we have to get it from kitten because I need to raise it to not be a dick.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell with a grown-up one what you're going to do.
No, and they're not. They won't change.
Exactly. So we need it from kitten. So it's my kind of cat.
Yeah. Oh, how exciting! My mum also wants to get a cat.
Really?
Like infiltrating everyone.
It's finally happened. Well, I was like very anti-cat up until a couple of months ago.
Even I used to hate cats. I was scared of them.
They definitely are up to something.
What are they planning? What are you planning, Haggis? He's asleep.
That's why he wants you to think. I think Haggis is the ringleader of it all, because you know that time he went missing for like 6 months?
Yeah.
I bet he was, planning it.
They had a big meeting and then they've gone off.
There was a conference in Geneva.
Yeah. That's where you were.
Funny.
My mum got me a book for Christmas on my birthday once, which was how to tell if your cat is trying to kill you.
Just assume it is.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that Haggis went out for 6 months and then just came back like,
I know, he was literally living on the farm up the road. Eating, he put on like half a kilo. Yeah. He was eating like rabbits and pigeons and stuff. And then just one day, it was quite lucky actually, because the weekend before I was going to buy 2 kittens because I missed him so much. But then I like taught myself out of it because I was like, oh, it's a bit too soon. And then like a few days later, it was just after I started working into Flora, he literally just came strolling in. It's like, all right. I thought you were dead. I've been crying every day. This other cat came into the garden and started rolling around, and I was like, Haggis used to do that, and I would just look at it and cry. I was honestly like grieving. I thought he was dead.
I'd love to understand his brain. Like, what was he thinking the day he left? What made him come back?
It's weird, but you'll never know. I'm glad he came back though.
Me too. So, I actually did some reading this month.
Ooh. What did you read?
Not as much as I said I would, obviously.
No.
But I finally finished Go Woman Over.
Good.
I loved it. It was great. I still, I can't believe there's not a single full stop in it. But it's really easy to read.
Oh, that's good.
It was really good. It was like, well, as the title suggests, it's all about girl, women, other. But like each chapter is a mini story of each character, but they're all interlinked. It's quite cool. So definitely would recommend that. And then, because I'm all about the women, I read Invisible Women.
Oh, you love women.
I love the women. which is what's the non-fiction? That's what
I always have to go in my head. Fact or fiction? So yeah, fact is the same as non-fiction.
That's what I just did. It's non-fiction, and it was super interesting. So it's the one I said I used bits of it for my thesis, but I hadn't read it all cover to cover, and it's just so infuriating to learn stuff, but also really interesting, just about how literally in everything, the way our world is put together, because men historically have always been in charge, like the male version is the default, and like anything, like nothing's designed for women, because they use, say like a crash test dummy is man. They don't have female ones. Of the female ones they have, they only test in the passenger seat.
Yeah, because they're not trusted to drive on their own. Men have to.
Women can't drive.
No.
But yeah, just stuff like that, and that like it's full of facts. I was saying to Adam, like, you know, at the back, there's normally like all the sources, like their references. This is the reference bit.
Wow.
Like there's so like yeah.
I'd like to give it a read.
You should. It's very good. And then yeah, that's where I got to. I haven't read anything else. I'm trying. So I'm not even going to say what I'm going to read next month. I will read something. But if I say which book it is, then
it won't be.
It puts me off because it's like committing to a book.
Yeah.
How about you?
So I also didn't read what I said I was going to read, but I did read something. Yay. I read Jog On by Bella Mackie.
I've read that. I read that whatever year it came out. I read it.
It's really good.
I love Bella Mackie. I follow her on Instagram. She's really cool.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, it was. I've wanted to read it for ages. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't know who she was before. Like,
Neither
she
did
was
I.
Greg James's wife. That, like, you know, when you're like, I don't want to, you know, people are like, oh, it's Greg James's wife. She's a person in her own right, but I wouldn't have known her without that.
Well, I didn't know she was married to Greg James until after I read it. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. So yeah, I've wanted to read it for ages, but then the other day it was reduced to 99p on Kindle. So I was like, oh, I can't afford 99p. And I read it in like a couple of days and I thought it was really good.
It is. And it's like, it's
Like,
hard to describe. Like, it
it's
is the
like
story
factual.
of her running, but
Yeah.
it's more than that.
Yeah, it's more about like mental health and like, because it doesn't just have to be running, but obviously in her experience it was running. I liked it because it was like that. It had like all the references in, and like she actually backed up what she was saying with like facts and research and stuff, which is pretty cool because I don't usually read stuff like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Don't usually read stuff that's been researched.
No, you know what I mean though. I
No,
usually
I
read
think
just like
especially with books,
full.
especially with books about fitness and stuff, especially like Instagrammy people that
Yeah,
read books about fitness. A lot of the time they haven't done the research, but I think
yeah.
what's
Because I thought it would literally just be her like telling her experience and stuff.
yeah,
But she had
but she started out at the Guardian, didn't she? She's like a column writer, so I
yeah.
think
Does she write for Vogue as well? Or something?
possibly,
I think
but
so.
yeah, she's a like actual journalist, so I think that's why it is so much better.
Yeah, not just like I love fitness, I'm running, and it's really good for you.
It gives you all the good vibes.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that was cool. Really good.
Yeah,
Really glad I read it.
good choice.
I wanted to read more, but I've actually this. It's not as good, but I've watched a lot of TV, a lot of like series that I've wanted to watch. So I watched I May Destroy You.
Did you watch it
That was
all?
really good. All of it, yeah,
So
really
good.
good. I watched Chewing Gum, which I didn't think was as good.
I haven't got to it yet.
It just really stressed me out. It was very hectic. At least it was only 2 series and they're quite short, but I just wanted to watch it because so I could say I've watched it.
It's weird that her I May Destroy You, which is like the darkness, was not as full on for you as the comedy.
I don't know. It was just like, oh, I just don't think it was that good. Some bits were alright, but
Like I said, I think I've watched the first episode,
yeah,
and I watched it straight after I'd been watching I May Destroy You, so it was a bit of a gear change.
yeah, yeah. I didn't like that as much. I watched Little Fires Everywhere.
Did you like
I
it?
loved. Yeah, I loved that. That was
I
like,
liked the moody teenager,
yeah, obviously.
because I still am one.
um, Other than that, my favourite programme in the world, MasterChef Australia, is back on, and that's like a full-on commitment because it goes on for like 3 months.
This is so weird because when I lived with Laura, she was also obsessed with MasterChef Australia. Why the Australian one?
It's just so much better. Like, I hate the UK one. I just hate it. I don't know why. The format's really weird, and I've just never liked it. The American one is quite good, but it goes so fast. They kick about 5 people out every week, and it's only on for like a couple of weeks. But the MasterChef Australia one, like everyone's so nice, and it just goes on forever. It's great.
Oh, I just can't get into. I think it's because I can't eat half the stuff. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I love cooking shows, so that like takes up my time. This month though, I want to watch the new series of The Umbrella Academy. Haven't
I
seen it yet.
haven't watched any of those. My mum and sister have been watching them,
Good. I
but
watched
I
the first series.
thought it might be your thing because was it not Jared? Like Jared Way has something to do with it.
Yeah, I think he wrote like the comic or something that it's based on, and he's like does something with the TV show. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of what he does, but yeah.
All you need to know is he's involved.
Yeah, I like it. It's got Robert Sheehan or whatever his name is, who was in Misfits. The
I haven't
Irish
watched
one.
either, but I know who you mean. My sister loved Misfits.
Yeah.
So,
It's
no,
kind of,
I never got around to it.
I love it. But yeah, I thought the first series of the Umbrella Academy was really good, so I need to watch the second one.
Might give it a go at some point. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's something about it that I just can't be bothered with.
No.
I'm not sure why though. Like, there's nothing about it that I'm like, oh, I hate it because of that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
This doesn't like pique your interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched some documentaries this month. I like to watch documentaries. I watched these are both BBC 4. There is one called The Sky at Night, Mars Planet of Dreams.
Oh.
And
Yes,
it's basically, they've taken all their footage they've had of like humans missions to Mars and exploring Mars from whenever The Sky at Night first broadcast in the 50s or whatever up to today, and they've mashed it all together in one program. So there's like really old footage from when like they first took a little explorer up there and stuff. It's really cool.
Cool.
And then I watched Wild Swimming, which was I thought it was just going to be about wild swimming, but it was which it was, but it was also the presenter is like a big fan of this writer whose name I've now forgotten, who did lots of nature writing. So it was like her swimming in rivers and stuff, but also it had like literary analysis alongside it. I'm not explaining it very well. But it was really good. And I'm going swimming in the sea. Not as a result of seeing that program. I'd already been thinking about it, because obviously around here people swim in the sea. It's just something they do. And I've never ever swum in the sea.
You've never swum in the sea?
Never swum in the sea.
I love swimming in the sea.
So I want to give it a go.
Get some water shoes.
Water boots.
Water shoes.
Oh, yeah, this is what I've been saying. And they were like, why do you want that? And I was like, because the needles. And they were like, Laura, there's no needles around here.
Well, I have this weird thing where I don't want to like step on a flatfish or a crab or something like that. And I don't like when you feel stuff on your feet that you don't know what it is, like if it moves. So I always have water shoes.
And needles.
Wow, exactly. You never know.
Well, they assure me that there's like, these are super clean beaches around here. And I was like, we come from different places. But yeah, so I think I'm going to go, well, since we've decided to do that, because I'm going to go, Adam wants to go, and his mum also. But since we've decided that, it's been storms. So all of the beaches have been like, don't go in the water.
Great.
And I'm like, I'm not doing my first swim in a storm.
No, not so good.
Like, I'm already petrified that I'll just float out forever.
It does happen, so you've got to be careful.
Exactly. It's on the news all the time. People have to get rescued.
Get swept away. Yeah. Oh, how exciting.
But I am excited.
You've never swum in the sea.
No. I was about to say, this is what happens when you grow up in the Midlands, but you literally came from the Midlands and you seem to have swum in the sea. So.
But then we went to Arran every year.
You swim in Scotland, don't you?
Yeah. We swam, well, where we were on holiday was on the edge of a loch, but it was a sea loch. We went swimming in that, so technically that's still the sea.
I find it such a weird but exciting idea that you can literally just jump in anywhere.
Like, yeah, it's cool.
Within reason, obviously.
Swimming in the sea abroad is obviously much nicer. When we go on holiday, I live in the sea. I just get my snorkel on and.
Is that because you want to be the Little Mermaid?
Yeah. And it's so quiet under there. Like, you can't hear anything above the water. And just all the fish are just so chilled. They're just like. One time I went out a bit far and there was no fish, but there was a sea snail just literally bobbing along the sand, and I watched it for ages, and I was just like, I love you. I love your life. Not that they have expressions, but they look so happy.
I wish that science would work on, you know how they are working towards living on Mars. I wish people like you, they'd work on living underwater first.
I know. I'd much prefer that. But then I guess, you know, we would impact even more on. But they could just do it for me, no one else.
Just one person. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'll be the test.
I'm sure no one will mind that you get preferential treatment, and I'm sure they will definitely have the funding to just send one person down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm so excited for you.
Me too. I'll let you know when it stops being a storm. Outside of documentaries, I watched Master of None on Netflix. I watched season 1. We've almost finished season 2. It's got well, it's like a comedy, but it's as if it was an indie film in comedy. Like, do you know Aziz Ansari?
I think so.
He's the one that's written and produced it. He was where might you know him from? He was Tom in Parks and Rec. Anyway, so he's like a 30-something Asian actor in New York, is the basic premise. But each episode kind of focuses on one topic. So there's one that's focused on parents and how his parents behave and how his friends' parents behave. And then there's one that's like about, it's called Plan B. Actually, I think the first episode is called Plan B, and it's about how it's like looking at his friends that have children and his friends that don't have children, and like he's unsure what the right thing is. But it's like, it's also it's a comedy, but it's like it has more to say than just a normal comedy. It's nice. It's really good. And his best friend is called Arnold and is super tall, and I think Adam's in love with him.
His spirit animal.
I think he like sees himself because it's this giant guy, and Aziz Ansari is like 5'5" or something. They make a nice odd couple. But yeah, I'd recommend that. You should watch it. And then the other thing I watched is on Prime, The Night Manager, which was on, I think it was on BBC like 4 years ago. I'd already seen it. I rewatched it, and it's based on a John le Carré novel. It's like it's kind of Bond, but not. And it has Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie. It's good. What is that?
Tom Hiddleston.
I was going to say, I hope not Hugh Laurie. Sorry, Hugh.
No. Just from Loki.
You'll probably like it then, because it's Tom Hiddleston and he wears a lot of suits.
It's fair.
I mean, that's obviously not the storyline, but no, it's about like a
incentive,
like arms dealers and stuff. It's good.
Cool. Yeah. I watched a pretty good film. I think it was on Amazon. I can't remember what it's called. It's with Keira Knightley, about based on a true story about a woman who
is on my list.
Whistle blew. Whistle blew? She's a whistleblower. I don't know if you can say
whistle blew.
That's the past tense.
Yeah, it's on my list of things to watch. Was it good?
Yeah, really good. That's like something that I thought that I probably wouldn't really enjoy, but then I've heard good reviews about it, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was cool that it was actually like based on true events, but yeah, definitely worth a watch. It's really good.
Okay, I'll try and get
loads of like famous like British actors in it. Can't remember who now, but
like
every time someone popped up, I was like, ooh. Had a thingy from Green Wing, who is also in Friday Night Dinner, a woman.
Tamsin Greig.
Yeah.
Greig.
Yeah. It had, I think, Ralph Fiennes, you know, Voldemort.
Baldy.
Baldy's in it. There's loads of other people. I'm just not very good at remembering.
Did you enjoy the I sent you that Robert Pattinson behind the scenes with Vogue or something video? He's so awkward.
Yeah, I just found the whole meeting he had with that guy was so cringy. I would hate to
I don't know why he's there.
No. I know, like, why?
Like so it's a meeting with him and like the nose of which brand is it? Like Hugo Boss or one of the perfume companies that he's like the
Yeah.
ambassador for. And then he's just like picking up the things like, smells like pencils.
I used to eat pencils. I was like,
I don't like, I think what fascinates me most about him is the fact that he's done really well for himself, and he's done some really good acting. But if you can act that confident, why is your real life personality so...
Maybe he just can't do it in real life. I watched the trailer for the new Batman. Obviously,
I did as
Batman.
well. It looks very emo. I'm into it.
Yeah, it was good. So I was looking at the comments, and I was actually surprised because I thought everyone would be like, like
Who did I?
But people were actually like severely defending him. Like, he's a good actor. Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I think...
I haven't. I need to watch more of these films.
I think it's because he's done some actual good ones in between.
Yeah. Everyone would just think of... Like, no one remembers him in Harry Potter, really. Everyone would obviously just think of Twilight.
Yeah. But he's done loads of like artsy indie films since then. So I think he's got some actual credentials. Same with Kristen Stewart. She's done loads of artsy indie. So I think they're actually known as proper actors now.
Actors. I need to watch some of these films because I just think of Twilight.
He's also in that new Christopher Nolan film, Tenet.
Oh yeah. That looks
which
great.
Again is like a proper serious big blockbuster. He's clearly been busy.
I know. He was saying while he was filming Tenet, he was going for the screening for Batman, and because it was like really hush hush, he had to lie and say that he had a family emergency. But then Christopher Nolan, that's the guy who does Tenet, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "You're going to the Batman screening, aren't you?" He was like, "No." But yeah, I just love the baddies in Batman, obviously, like the Joker. I'm in love with.
Even the Suicide Squad version, actually, probably definitely.
Yeah, Jared Leto.
As soon as that came out, I was like, "What am I on about?" Of course.
Of course.
They're rebooting that, aren't they? There's a new The Suicide Squad. Yeah. Oh. So it's even though it literally just happened. So it's Margot Robbie still.
Okay.
Harlequin.
Did you watch Birds of Prey?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't think it was that good.
Oh. So it's her, she's back, and the boomerang dude is back.
Boomerang.
It's a guy that throws boomerangs, and that's a superpower.
Cool.
And the rest of them have been like
Australian.
I don't know, probably. His name's probably Hank or something.
Like superpower.
No, so and then the rest of the characters are either new characters or they've been recast.
So basically, they thought they were rubbish.
Idris Elba will be in it.
I don't know how I feel about him.
Oh, I love Idris, but I feel like he's above this film. I can't remember who.
He did Cats.
Huh?
He did Cats.
Oh, did he?
I was so disappointed because I love Cats, the musical, and that was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I obviously don't watch it, but I don't like musicals anyway. But I've heard it is awful. But in Idris's defense, a lot of people did that film.
Wow, yes, they did.
So let's hope they all got paid really well.
I'm sure they did. Maybe that's why they couldn't spend so much on making it look good.
Is it just the CGI that is it weird?
Yeah, but it just is like, I love the musical Cats. I've been twice. I loved it because it was the same songs, but just all the in-between bits were just so stupid, and it was horrific. It was just awful, and the CGI was really bad and weird.
Was it worse than the Twilight Baby?
Yeah. Have you not read the new Twilight book then?
No.
The most pointless book. I've read some reviews on it. I read like an article that was like, here's all the worst or funniest bits from the new book so you don't have to read it, and it just sounds awful.
I have not read it. But there's not going to be a film, is there? Because there's no way he's coming back to.
Yeah, well, the book is the first book, but retold from Edward's perspective.
Oh, so there'd be no point in the film anyway.
No, so basically it just repeats it and then just does some weird filler on the stuff where he wasn't there. That's really rubbish. Apparently, they're literally pointless and really long. And Edward's a bit of a weird creep that talks about pomegranates all the time.
Why pomegranates?
Because of some Greek myth, like Persephone or something, had something to do with a pomegranate or something.
Okay,
I'll send you the article that I read that basically tells you what it is. So you won't want to read it. It's so pointless. I think she only rewrote it because people like
she started
backlash about he was a stalker weirdo.
So now he's still a creep. He can't change
the story.
In there,
like, because he felt guilty about it, so he can't be like a predator.
It doesn't change the actions, does it? Like, she can't change the actions if you're sticking to the same story.
No.
It'll just be him going, but I think this is the right thing to do.
I need to watch her while she sleeps. It's not weird.
Have you seen You? You on Netflix?
No.
It's got the dude from Gossip Girl.
Penn
Badgley. No, I'm not sure. Not Chuck Bass, the other one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch it.
But that's based on a book. But it's about a guy who is basically a stalker, gets obsessed with a girl, and tries to start a relationship with her. So, but basically, when you think about it, it's not that far off Twilight. But at least in You, they establish he's a weirdo.
Yeah, they don't try and pretend that it's normal.
No. But also, I found out the other day, because obviously that new book keeps coming up on Amazon all the time because it's in the bestseller list. But it also came up with another one in the series, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
She gender swapped one.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where it's literally the same story except the vampire.
Can she not write anything new or different? The names of that were really weird. Like the girl name was really
I can't remember what it was, but yeah. Weirder than Renesmee.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, why can't she just write a new book?
Well, she couldn't even come up with a new kid's name. She just smashed the two mums' names together.
Like, who would actually do that in real life?
I'm going to do that because my mum is called Karen and Adam's mum is called Sharon. So, Sharon.
My mum's called Cheryl and Mark's mum's called Linda.
Shalinda.
I'm going to call it Laurel. I like that. Even if it's a boy. Laurel.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's my mum now. That's Kaza. Yeah. I wonder how she can rewrite it next. The same, but in space.
Underwater.
Vampires in space.
Yeah.
It makes me more confident that I could knock out a book.
Oh, yeah. And then just rewrite it 4 times.
We should just write a book and see how it goes.
Yeah. She could do it from Mike Newton's perspective next time, or Jacob's.
Is Mike Newton the blonde human one?
Yeah.
Be a pretty short book. He's not in it that much.
Yeah. That would help her out though. She wouldn't have to work on it for too long and still get loads of money.
I don't think she works on it for long anyway.
No.
She basically, that gender swap one, I feel like she probably just opened the Word document, put
find and replace.
Find and replace Bella with blah blah blah.
Oh my god, I've got to find out their names because I remember Bo and Edith and Julie instead of Jacob. I didn't know that one. Why did she could have just come up with new names. She didn't have to make them the same. So Bo instead of Bella, Edith instead of Edward, and Julie instead of Jacob.
Like, she could have used different initials. We wouldn't have minded.
I know, like, we understand. If we could still read it with different names.
Well, actually, saying that, I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have read it anyway, but
What's wrong with these people?
well, nothing. They're super rich and happy now.
What is wrong with the people who are reading this and making them rich?
I'm pretty sure you read Twilight.
I did.
So we can't judge.
I used to like it.
I know, it's weird.
But I still wouldn't just read a gender swap one.
No.
A waste of time. I can just in my head just turn it around and think, oh yeah, that's what it'd be like. Don't need to read the whole book. So I try and think, and I can never think of anything.
Did you not learn any cool Scottish facts while you were up there?
I learned about the what's it called? The massacre of Glencoe.
Oh.
Which I didn't know before.
I knew nothing about that. What is that?
Basically, like, it was the MacDonald clan who lived there, and then this other clan, I didn't learn much about it, obviously, but I learned that it happened. They didn't like the Christian, so they went and just killed everyone. And then a lot of them escaped up into the mountains, but then they just died of cold. And then that was like the beginning of them like not having clans anymore because they didn't think it was very fair. So that was like the start of the end of the clans. Which was lovely. What else did I learn? Oh, God, I just don't learn stuff. I learned a few things that I probably forgot because we did some pub quizzes.
Did you win any?
In a pub, but we did our own pub quizzes. What did you say?
I said, did you win any?
No. I won some rounds.
Yeah, I haven't actually learned that much this, well, apart from all those facts in that Invisible Woman book, but I am not going to list them all out because there are loads. But I've been working on my painting more this month. I've got an actual like easel now, and it's like an easel box. So I put all the paints underneath, and then that's how professional I am now. And I think I've like found my style, which is painting without skill. But yeah, so I've like started an Instagram for that now, and I'm going to sell them when I need a scanner, but like a good one to scan them in, and then I can sell prints of them.
Cool.
Or I can sell the actual ones for more money, but I don't know how much money people would be willing to pay.
Just have to like try it out and see.
Three grand, please.
Just put like a little blob on a bit of paper. People will.
Well, this is what, see, Adam says it's like he likes them, and that Instagram account is the fastest growing Instagram account I've ever had. It's got like 50, 60 followers already in the first week.
Cool.
Which means people must like it. But but actually talent-wise, there's no talent there. It's just me splashing paint around. Like, I can't, like, if you asked me to paint a cat.
Yeah, but it's a different type, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I've been learning, is painting stuff.
I learned some stuff reading that book about like
running and stuff.
Running and anxiety and stuff. So that's cool.
And there you go. Ta-da.
I might do some LinkedIn learning this month, just so next month I can be like, oh, I did this.
What is LinkedIn learning?
I don't know. We just get it free with work. They have like free courses on there and stuff that you can do.
Oh, as on the website LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I have got access to loads of stuff, but I'd rather just sit here and watch MasterChef, to be fair.
You could do both.
Well, so I'll actively try and learn something real next month.
Okay, I will actively try and read more than 2 books.
I'll try and read one. I think that's a good goal for me.
Well, the thing is, when I actually got around to reading them, I read fast.
Yeah.
But I seem to like have a chunk where I just read really fast, read it all, and then I don't read for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, like a few months ago, I read like about 7 books in a row, but then like I get like reading fatigue or whatever. So I haven't really. I enjoyed reading that book the other day. I have to like really be in. Although I love reading, I have to be in the right kind of.
Yeah, I might start
mind.
trying to frame it like running. Like I never really want to go for the run when I start the run, but once I'm at the
by the end, you're like,
yeah, exactly. So I might start that, and then so like just tell myself, okay, I only need to read 1 page, and then see if it like leads on.
I might have more baths because I love reading in the bath.
Anyway, I should go and get some lunch now. I'm hungry.
I'm going to the post office and get some milk because I am 80.
Post office for milk?
No, I'm going to the post office to post something, but the co-op's next door, so I'm going to get some milk.
That's acceptable.
I'm going to ride my bike there because it's only a mile away.
Cute.
It doesn't make sense to take my car.
No, it does not.
No.
Okay, well, enjoy.
Nice to see you.
And you. Oh, let's do the goodbye and thanks.
Have a great time in London.
Oh, thank you. I will no doubt share lots of photos when I'm there.
And good luck with your rations.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's mostly rice and beans, which is what I eat anyway.
Well, yeah, just will be a bit more boring then.
Well, goodbye and see you next month. Oh, it's so weird. Bye.
Bye.